Hey guys, Jared here, and this is Bunk, and that is Max, and we're back for day 2 of this new series that we're doing here. Let's go ahead and start warming our bodies up, and I'll fill you in on what's going on today. Okay, so I'm rolling my shoulders here because today we are going to be hitting our shoulders and our legs. So I'm just starting off some shoulder rolls. You can follow along with me if you like. If you have a warm-up that works better for you or something you're just used to doing on a regular basis, that's fine. We're just looking to get our bodies nice and warm and prepared for what we're about to do. But for me, if you do want to follow along, I'm definitely going to make sure I get my shoulders and my legs nice and stretched out. So I'm going across the body here with the shoulder. With some shoulder rolls, of course. Take my leg. Just give it a good stretch. Really feel it through there. And you get a little quad stretch too through it. Just careful with balance here. We're going to be doing some balance, or at least one good balance move today that's going to help build stability in your legs and just balance overall for when you're going forward working out. It's going to help out a lot. So nice little move that we'll get to kind of towards the end, but yeah. If you haven't done it, I think you'll like it. If you don't like it, you'll at least see the benefits from it, hopefully. Okay, so I'm just kind of jogging in place. Basically, I'm just wanting to get my heart rate up here. Kind of get it to that point where we're gonna be working fairly hard through this workout. So I'm getting my heart rate up now. I'm just gonna kind of leave it slightly elevated throughout this whole thing. I'm not really gonna let it drop as I go. You know, if you want to do that, that's your choice. It's always a good idea to never let it drop too low while you're working out though, because you might cool off and then you start again, you can injure yourself. So try to stay warm at least while you're working out. Your body's at least moving a little bit. So if you need to take breaks, just kind of pace it out, maybe shake your arms out if they're a little tight, if they're just burning, you know, like that. But just keep that heart rate up just a little bit while we're doing this at least. And it'll benefit you a lot going through, okay? Alright, we'll do a little glute stretch here, and then we'll go ahead and start our workout. You really feel the stretch when you do this. And I know balance is going to be tricky here if you haven't done it before, but when you're doing this, you can either do this laying down on the ground and kind of bring it up to you, but you really feel the stretch all the way through your glute and then down your hamstring a little. Just a good stretch. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started here, and the first move is going to be some squats. So this is going to be basically, you were here for the last workout. If you were here for the last workout, it's going to be that same system. So we're going to do one round, we're going to take a mini break, about 10 seconds, somewhere in that range, and then we're just going to do it again. And on the second time around, basically we're just looking to fatigue the muscles pretty strongly today. So if you get a lot less repetitions on the second little mini round here, that's kind of what we're shooting for. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started here, guys. See if we can knock this workout out within about 40 minutes, somewhere in that range, I think. Alright, so a standard squat here. I'll turn to the side so you can get a good view. I'm going to put my feet about hip width, if not even a little bit farther apart. Alright. Always bend your knees when you're picking up so you're not putting it on your back when you're doing that kind of stuff. But anyways, I'm just going to squat down like I'm sitting on a chair, daintily. And I want my back to stay nice and straight as I go down. Like so. And then I'm going to pop it back up and I'm going to clench my butt, okay? And it's really going to help strengthen your glutes when you do that. So, yeah, here we go. Just shoot for a good number here. I'm not using heavy weights, so I'm going for more repetitions than I would typically. This is going to be a good cardio workout as well, even though we're doing our resistance stuff. We'll be moving fast and we'll be doing a lot of repetitions, so you're going to get some good cardio out of this too. Promise. Just make sure you're keeping nice, solid form here. You don't need to rush this. Just sit down nice and low. Keep that back straight as you're going down. Okay, and that is for the first little bit. We're just taking this little break here. And I recommend just putting your weights down, shaking your arms out just a little bit. It's a very short break, so we're about to pick them right back up. So catch your breath a little bit, and let's do it. And I'll go to the front this time so you get a couple of different angles here. Bunk's over here snoring, I'm sure you can hear that. So, oh, he's a very vocal sleeper. Okay, and that's it for our first leg move. Now, for our first shoulder move, we're going to do some arm circles but with weight. Actually, I'm going to drop this down even lower. Just like I said, I'm going for high repetitions here. So, if this isn't something you've done a lot, I would just recommend doing this without any weight at all for the time period that we're about to do it for. This is literally just 5 pounds here. But if you do this for a little while, you're really going to feel that burn. So, here we go. Nice wide, straight arms. Let's go some circles. We're going to go front and back here. So, don't burn yourself out going forward, because we're going to go backward too. You can go big circles if you like, or small little tight circles if you like. I'm going kind of medium here. Alright, I'll take them back. See, it's only 5 pounds. My shoulders are burning right now. So I'm about to put these down and take my little mini break here. Just for a second, get those out of my hand, shake it out. Paste it out a little bit if you need to. Buddy. Hey. Hey! You snoring. Hey, buddy. You are snoring up a storm over here. Okay. Next little round of these. And that'll be it for this move. Okay, let's do it. Going for a tighter circle with this one. So maybe your 2 little rounds here, you can mix it up and go wide or big circles and then tight circles if you want to, or just do the same thing, that's fine too. This is really good for shoulder mobility, just an overall great shoulder workout. So I recommend that one, obviously, since I'm demonstrating and hoping you're following along. Alright, time for some abs. Just gonna do similar to what we did. I might even do some of the same moves I did in the last video, but I'm gonna mix it up just a little. So for my front, my upper abs here, I'm gonna do just some very standard crunches. Okay, so I'm gonna put my legs out nice and wide here. And I'm gonna keep my neck nice and straight. I don't want to crunch it up like so and hurt myself. So I'm gonna keep it straight, gazing at the ceiling. If that helps, it's gonna help keep that neck straight. And we're not going up super far here, just crunching those upper abs here and down. And just do as many of these as you can, okay? We're not doing 2 little sets here, we're just doing 1 set to fatigue. So just do as many as you can. And that's the first round done. Bump, buddy. You are making so much noise. Yes, you are. You sleeping good, huh? Oh, the bump. Hey, buddy. So Sorry, you might have to listen to some snoring for this video. I don't know if I can. That dog is passed out. So I'm gonna let him do his thing. I don't want to bother him any more than I have, at least. Okay. All right. So for this move, we're gonna do split squats. Okay. And you may have seen me do these before. I'm just gonna be turned to the side here to demonstrate it first. Okay, so you're setting yourself up in not a full lunge, but just a nice short lunge here. And we're just gonna squat down. Try to create right angles with your knees here, if that makes any sense at all. Get a good bend in both your knees as you go down. And that's a tough move. I'm sure if you haven't done it before, you're really feeling that burn. So you don't need a ton here if you hadn't done it before, but you know, shoot for a good solid number, as always. There's always a chance of losing your balance here, so be careful. Okay, mini break. And let's go. Last little bit here. This one is tough. It'll burn you. All right. And our next shoulder move is going to be the Arnold press. If you're wondering why it's called Arnold press, it's because Arnold Schwarzenegger is a fan. So much so that it was basically named after him. So we're going to be sitting for this one, okay? I think this is best, especially if you haven't done these before, to start sitting. But honestly, with this move, I prefer to sit anyways. Okay, starting position is going to be at the top of a curl here, okay? So I got these 90-degree angles here in front of me, and I'm starting here, and I'm twisting and pressing up at the same time, and that's your press, okay? So a good solid number of these. Definitely want to shake those out, because you're feeling that, just you're getting a little bit of arm action in with that move too. A little bicep, forearm kind of stuff going on, mainly shoulder, but just triggering some other things too. So good to shake that one out when you're done with it. Let's go ahead and do our next one. There we go. Man, that's a tough move there. I'm sure you're burning, because I'm burning. Might get me a sip of water. And we're gonna hit our obliques for this next ab move. we're gonna do a Russian twist. So for me, I'm actually gonna put, even though I have the mat here, I'm gonna put the pillow on the ground. My tailbone will kind of grind into the ground if I don't do this. And I'm just gonna use a little weight for my twist. But that's just what I'm gonna do. And if you haven't done a lot of these, you don't need to wait for this. Okay, a couple variations here. If you want to just leave your feet on the ground, that's fine. And twist like so. Or you can put them up off the ground and add some more resistance. Twist. And then if you're really feeling up for it, grab you, this is only 10 pounds. Grab you a little bit of weight. You don't need a lot. And I'm going to twist with that. So here we go. And that is 2 rounds done. 4 more to go. So we're moving on pretty good here. Nice pace. Let's just keep this pace going, okay? And this one's really gonna burn you, because we're gonna do some box jumps here, okay? And this is gonna be what I'm jumping onto. So if you gotta pick some kind of surface in your house, in your home, wherever you are, be careful that it's nice and stable, okay? You don't want to jump up on something and then slip all of a sudden, hurt yourself. So find any kind of surface that's a little bit elevated and very stable, okay? For this move. And it's just a standard box jump. So I'm gonna pick your distance. You don't have to be super far away. Find a good distance here. And we're just gonna jump to it. Here we go. Okay. Breathing hard. Little break. Probably not going to get many this second round here, but I'm going to try and do as many as I can. Adjust my headband here. I need it. I get sweaty. Alright, here we go, guys. A few more of these, okay? Whew. Bounces all like crazy right now for some reason. Here we go. Okay, I'm done with box jumps. Alright, next chest move, or excuse me, shoulder move. It's going to be an upright row, which I'll demonstrate, but I'll show you first here. So I'm going to have my weights in front of me, good support system. I want to bring them up here, keeping them tight to my chest. I want my elbows to get above my shoulders with each repetition. And when you get to the point where those elbows don't want to get over your shoulders, that means you're done. Of course, you can always pick the moment that you're done, but if you're to that point, it's time to call it quits. Okay. Good solid base. Let's take them up. for a little break. Grab you a sip of water, pace it out a little bit, shake your arms. It's just about 10 seconds here, so whatever you need to do in this quick little time here. And let's jump right back into it, okay? You don't need to do the same amount here, you can do less. Just make sure your muscles are burning nice and good at the end. And always try to do proper form, okay? Oh man. Yep. That's enough of those. And we got a little ab going on now. We just did our upper for our first round of our of this part of our abdomen. We're doing, of course, the front abdomen and the obliques today. So we did the upper abs. Now we're going to hit lower abs. Okay. So I'm going to have my feet flat on the ground like so. And then I'm going to raise them up, go to the side, get them back in the middle, drop them down. Without actually dropping, I'm going to basically touch real fast and I'm going to pop it back up and do it again, okay? Tapping my heels on the ground, not actually resting on there. If you need to rest them, that's okay. But your abs will stay fully engaged if you're just giving a little tap here. And we're halfway through here, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Ready? Here we go. Next move is going to be some glute bridges, which I'm about to demonstrate for you, of course. Okay, so this time your surface can be whatever's available. It doesn't have to be super. With the jumps, it might slide around. With this, with your feet on it, you should just be able to keep it in place. So, edge of your couch can work here, edge of a chair, whatever's available to you. Just get a little elevation here. And of course, you can do glute bridges just on the ground like so. So if you've never done glute bridges before, just start in this position and raise them up, okay? And that's all you need to do here. For the same thing that we've been doing with the 2 quick rounds, 2 quick sets. For me, I want to have my feet elevated. So if you choose to do this, that's cool. We're just going to add some resistance, of course. So make your, whatever feels good for you. Let's go ahead and start doing these glute bridges, okay? Get them up to the top and really clench your butt while you're up there, okay? So you can give it just a little mini hold with a clench and drop it back down. See, I have my legs kind of splayed out here. That's just my preference. Feels good for me. But that doesn't have to be the way. You can have them out here. You can even put your knees together as you do it. It's your choice. So it's comfortable for you. Taking my little mini break. Just relaxing right now. Why not? Soft down here on this yoga mat. I'm not giving myself much though. Alright, let's do some more. Get these over with, huh? I'm gonna do one more. Zap. Oh, my glutes are burning for sure with that one. Alright, move this out for now. Move on to our next. Actually, I'm gonna just left that where it was. Because we were gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna turn. Well, anyways, here we go. I'm all over the place. Sorry, scatterbrain over here. Rear delt fly is our next shoulder move. Which I'm going to show you here. Alright, so I'm turning this side here to give you a good angle at what we're doing. So I'm going to have my feet fairly far out in front of me, sitting on the edge here. My weight's underneath my legs. Now this is what we're looking for. I'm going to take them up like so, okay? And I'm looking for feeling it right through here. So if you're bringing them up like this, you might trigger more in the middle. If you're bringing them straight out, it might get more into your back. So a little bit in the elbows. Really crunch it right through there as you come up, okay? Just a good number for you, whatever's good for you. Here we go. Feel that burn. You don't need to rush through this. You can do nice, even and slow, and you're really going to feel that burn in the back of your shoulders here. Help define that back line. You can see it there. That's what we're looking for, okay? Alright, let's do some more. Man. Yep, feeling that one for sure. Okay, so for the next oblique move, we're going to do some side dips with a weight. I'm actually going to take my weight up a little bit for this. Okay, so I'll show you before I have the weight here. Get a good firm base with your feet, about hip width is fine. Alright, so I'm going to have my weights here. I'm going to get my solid base of my elbow for support. And we're going to dip down nice and low and then bring it over to the side, okay? This is really going to trigger in that right oblique here. So just pick a good weight for you and as many as you can on each side. Here we go. Gotta get both sides. I know. Let's just do it and get it over with, okay? I don't pretend that these are the easiest workouts, but I try not to take up too much of your time if I can help it. And I try to give you a good resistance workout that's gonna burn some fat too, okay? Because we really are burning some calories right now. If you're sweating like I am and breathing like I am, I promise you're getting some cardio action right now. So just stick with me, guys. If you really commit yourself to one of these series that I have here, be it the 20-minute series, this one, the 30-minute full body, and just repeat that for a few weeks, and then maybe switch it up if you like to. But if you repeat it for a little while, start to get used to it, you'll probably start noticing some difference if you, if you're taking care of your eating as well, of course. But that is your call. However you eat is your call for sure. Okay, so the next move is going to be calf raises here. So I'm going to go fairly heavy weights for these because I have reasonably strong calves. I'm not trying to brag or anything, I'm just trying to get a good burn for these calves here. So I got the same weight I just had, which is up there a little bit. Alright, so feet a little closer together for these maybe. And let's just raise them up. I'm actually gonna do some variations as I'm going here. So these are some pigeon toes, just helping define the lines of the calves. And I'm gonna tip my feet, point them outwards. Do a few more. Oh, I need to put these down. Even though I can press a lot on my calves, sure does burn out your forearms holding on to them like that. It's another good thing, if you are working with weights, you're eventually going to build up some good, strong grip strength too, without even necessarily realizing it. So when you're really holding on to weights like this, it's going to eventually build up some strength, even if you aren't necessarily expecting it to. I'm thirsty today. Okay. Do the next little round here. Alrighty, take them in. Now you don't have to do these pigeon toed and out toed if you don't want to. Just go with the straight presses, it'll be fine. Raises, excuse me. My forearm's gonna give out before my legs do. Okay. Whew. Burning good. What we got here? We're gonna switch these weights to some fairly lighter ones for these. Way on down here. Using 15s, you can go for 10s or 5s or 2.5s, whatever you have. Okay, and this is just a standard shoulder flop here, okay? So, just gonna take them out nice and straight arms, nice and wide. Take a little break. And we'll do some more. Almost done, guys. One more round after this one, and we'll start cooling it down. Yeah. Okay. Next move, one of my favorites. I'm gonna do some frog kicks. A Bruce Lee favorite, believe it or not. And he had awesome abs, so he must have known what he was talking about. Plus he was awesome, so anything he says is probably good. It's probably good in mine, at least. Okay, frog kick. So start here if you haven't done these before. Okay, so your leg's going to be up here. We're going to lean back and push forward at the same time, and then crunch it back up. And if you want to, I'm actually going to add even a little bit more, some weights in my arms. That's just for me though. If you want to do this, go for it. Completely understand if you don't though. And the other variations when you're not here, your arms are going to be up here. And I'm actually just going to put some weights in my hands for this, just some light ones. Now he's dreaming. The dog is crazy. Okay, and let's go. One more round, guys. One more round. Last leg move is going to be a single leg deadlift. This is actually what I was talking about in the very beginning. The move that's really going to help build stability and balance. We're just going to be on this one leg here. We're going to switch, of course, but I'll show you here what I'm going to do. My balance might go a little crazy because it already has been today, so if you're swaying a little bit, catch yourself, set yourself again, and restart. Don't just push through and maybe slip and fall and hurt yourself, okay? Okay, so I have this leg. I'm going to start it up, but you can have it down here with your toe on the ground. And then I'm going to drop down, keeping this leg nice and straight. Take that weight nice and low. Back is straight here, and go back up while keeping your leg straight. And of course you can tap your toe each time to help with your balance, or if you're good with your balance, maybe take your knee back up here. Kick it down, knee up. But that's your call, okay? Do what feels good for you here. This is a tough move, so you don't need to do a bunch of these, and you don't need weight at all here. If you haven't done this before, just try it without weights first, okay? I always feel a lot of tension right through here because I'm holding myself so firm with all four corners of my feet here, and it's really burning through my calves here. And of course you're triggering into your glutes and you're getting back here in your hamstrings a little too, but just a good overall leg exercise and balance and stability builder. So great in the beginning here to build stability. Alright, take a little mini break. Oh, sorry buddy, didn't mean to wake you up. I'm sorry. Yo, you sleeping good over here, huh? Sorry pal. Okay, let's finish these off and we'll move on to our last shoulder move. I find that having my arm back here just helps with my balance, but if you want to hold it maybe out to the side a little to help with yours, just find a good position that's going to keep you nice and stable. balance slipped right at the end, but that was my last one, so it's okay. Alright guys, our last shoulder move is going to be what's called scarecrows. That'll make sense here in just a second, so I'll show you first. Starting position, good firm base. Starting position is going to be here, okay? So nice straight angles here with your body, and then we're going to flip it up. Then go back down, flip it up, trying to keep this part of the arm in the same plane the whole time, okay? Alright, let's knock these out. We're so close to being done, guys. Almost there. Okay. And you can see I only got 10 pounds here. You do not need a lot of weight for this one. Shake it out. Pace it out maybe a little. Let's do some more. Last little bit here. Oh, man, those are tough. You say you really do not need a lot of weight for those because they're tough regardless. You probably do that without any weight at all and you're going to really feel some burn there. So as long as you're clenching those shoulder muscles as you're doing it. Alright, we got one last move of the day. We're going to do some lying side dips here. Okay? So I'm actually going to put a pillow to help cushion my elbow here. Okay, I'm going to the side here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to have my elbow up on this surface here. Feet out here, stacking my feet. And I'm going to dip down and go up. Okay? Just as many of these as you can on each side. Try and get your hips a little bit above starting position at the top here. These are tough, so just get a good little number of these and we'll be done. And of course at this point your obliques are already pretty much burning, so mine are, so I'm not getting a lot of numbers with this particular exercise. That's okay though. That just means you've done what you needed to do for the day, right? Your obliques have been worked. Oh, yeah, that's a tough workout, I know. Sorry for putting you through it, but not sorry actually. Sorry, not sorry. And we're done, guys, so we're just gonna start cooling this down. Maybe you wanna pace it out a little bit at first, like I'm about to do, to get your heart rate to start dropping. So we're trying to keep that heart rate elevated throughout our whole workout here, but now I'm going to start letting it slowly drop on down here. So I'm just doing some nice slow pacing around. And you'll hear it in my voice too, it won't be quite as strained. If I asked, it's a little tricky working out and talking at the same time. Actually, might even be more cardio because you're constantly having to breathe more because you're talking, so who knows. new thing I found out with doing these videos for you guys though, which I think is kind of cool actually. I always like to add a little something to my workouts here and there. Maybe you're not to that point yet, which I understand. But for me, I like to add in some new difficulties from time to time, mix it up. Because your body can hit plateaus. So maybe you've heard of hitting a plateau and then you keep doing what you've been doing and nothing really changes after that point. So maybe it's time to switch it up. Shock your body, confuse it, let it readapt to some new moves. And then once it's adapted to those, switch it up again. That's what I like to do. I don't like to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I do the same thing for a little while, and then I'll switch it up and do something new for a while. And that way I never just constantly stay in one place. I'm regularly finding new little lines in my body where they weren't there before, which hopefully you will too as you move along. It's always the goal at least. Let's do some shoulder rolls here. Without weights, of course. Maybe some nice big shoulder rolls here. Yep. Solid mobility through those bad boys. And take it back. All right. And as before, we're just going to do some good leg stretches. So I'm going to take up here, stretching out the quads, the glutes, hamstrings, everything a little bit with this. And of course, this is a good deep quad stretch right here. Taking your leg back like so. Maybe even lean a little forward. Really feel it stretch through your quadriceps. Okay. Of course, you got to be equal. So do the next side. I'm going to do that glute stretch again. Or actually, I'll show you how you can also do this on the ground. Okay, so I'm just going to cross my leg over like so. And then I'm going to put my hands through and pull back. Okay? And that's going to stretch right through here. And you can even bend your knee. Get a little more stretch and straighten it out. Bend it again, you can feel it stretch a little bit further each time. Just be gentle here, don't overpress or anything, but really feel that stretch moving just a little bit. Lengthening that muscle up. Okay, of course we're going to do the other side. Alright, awesome. Okay guys, I think we're basically done here. Maybe shake your arms out just a little bit. Like that. All that right there is sweat, so you can tell that I'm working hard here, so I'm not asking you to do anything I'm not doing myself, of course. And I'll go just a little bit harder so you can point and laugh at me if you need to. If you're just not quite ready to go that hard, of course, always just do what feels comfortable for you, okay? Never press your body further than it needs to be pressed. And therefore, we do need to stretch our abs a little bit, so we're going to do some side bends here, but first I'm going to take it up nice and high. Really stretch all the way through those front abs. And then I'm going to take it and keep it nice and high as I go to the side and bump my hips over for that oblique stretch. And then inside. And done. Okay. I normally sign off with my little buddy Max here, but he had to go to the vet yesterday and he's on antibiotics, so he's just sleepy. So I'm just going to let him sleep. And whenever Max sleeps, Bunk sleeps. As you can obviously tell from the constant snoring throughout this video, which I do apologize for, but I love my dog, so I'm going to let him snore all he needs to snore. Okay guys, this is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this one, legs and shoulders today. Next is going to be back and biceps, and that should be a good one. I like those two muscle groups, and putting them together is always a good thing. So that'll be next. I hope to see you next time. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to give me some support and have access to all the content that I am pretty regularly putting out. So hope to see you guys next time. Bye.